the Democratic Party, we can't resist our worst impulses as things continue to accelerate. We keep trying to get ahead of California. Like as a national party, we can't get ahead of California of these kinds of policies and this kinds of thoughts of what we think it should be. If you believe in Medicare for everyone, why don't we have it here in California? Why don't we have it in other blue states that could have do anything that they want to do? And there's a lot of realities. So, why can't we just slow down and realize, call balls, call strikes, and remember all of our excess that really cost us in 2024, we will revisit a lot of the things and add $100 million behind that, and that people will finally remind that, oh yeah, they do have kinds of things that aren't compatible with my worldview.
I had our governor on Friday night.
Hey, oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you'll appreciate this. So, they always, the news people write about the show over the weekend, and I see in the California Post, which is the New York Post now that we have it out here.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah,
I do too. It's great to have somebody to keep the other side honest. I mean, some of it is trashy. That's fine. Some I enjoy some trash, and it's too reflexively anti-democratic, but it's fun. And yes, there's also some actual very credible writing in there from the right, which is okay. But I see they're talking about my interview with Newsom. And it's, Bill kept his feet to the fire, and Bill said, when he started to talk about California, Bill said, you really think people are feeling that, as he was bragging about the stuff in the state? So it looked like I was the hero there. Then I read, the next day, Trump tweeted that I was too easy on him. And so the story in the same paper is like, Bill, he just let Newsom off the hook. A day ago, they just don't care. They don't care what the truth is. They go, what's going to sell the paper today or be interesting today? You can't even take it seriously.
Since I was here, have you seen what's the Spencer Pratt's, his last commercial, that AI about he's Batman?
No.
You have to see it, because he has this AI commercial as Batman, and it put Mayor Bass as the Joker, and they put Newsom as like Louis the 14th, eating cake. And I'm telling you now, whatever happens in this election, any other election, I guarantee they are, it put him dressed like French, eating cake, and you should check it out. Because,
I will.
Yeah,
and this obviously this is all from AI, so he made it with AI, but ran it as a real campaign ad. I mean, he's not legit. He's not denouncing it.
Well, consider the other side. The Democratic sides, their commercials are literally "fuck Trump."
Right.
Yeah,
I know.
It just keeps cutting. Different people saying "fuck Trump," and I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna love that in a purple state. Try to win a national argument, and by announcing, the party's leader and your voters, that's your platform.
Yeah, it's first of all, he can't be president again. That doesn't mean he won't try. But even for people who didn't vote for him, that doesn't appeal to me. That this is the smartest thing you can say, really. Look.
I mean, honestly, I was never worried that he was going to run for 3 terms. He's like the master troll. I mean, he must love just Trump 28 throwing out the hats, and it's just mess. And then if he does try to run for a 3rd term, that makes Obama eligible. And then, isn't America really wanting that to finally settle that anyway? Who actually wins? Because I don't know, but that's just not going to happen. But
I mean, first of all, he could do it. When I talked to him, he did, and I've heard him say it on other occasions, but he did say vaguely, there's a way you could do it. And I remember saying to him, no, there's not a way you could do it. And again, this is what they got mad at me for reporting honestly, that in private, when you talk to him like that, he doesn't get upset. When he said, there's a way you could do it, and I just said blatantly, friendly, again, because when the claws are down, and I just said, there's actually not a way you could do it, he just laughed. You know, it wasn't like, and then Dr. Jekyll goes away and Mr. Hyde comes out, who has to like call everybody out on everything and be completely DEFCON 1 about everything. I mean, this obsession he seems to have lately with, I was so nervous at the White House that I had to have a drink right away. I mean, it's like what a Czech says about you when she's pissed off and you break up. You know, like, he did this, he did that. No, I didn't do any of that. Did I have a drink before dinner? Yes, as people often do, have a drink before dinner. Was it immediately? Of course not. Was I nervous? No. Partly because, again, he wasn't.
Well, you were taking on the spectacle, right? I mean, you and I, you know, we were in a unique situation together. You know, he invited me to have dinner with him at Mar-a-Lago in January of 2025.
Right.
And I took a lot of shit for that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, he invited, why wouldn't, as a senator, you know, have an opportunity to meet with him? And, you know, and you did the same thing. And like, why is that
And he does listen in private.
Yeah,
He does.
I couldn't believe it.
I keep saying to these people, these morons, he needs more people like us talking to him, not less. And he's willing to do it. It's the people on the far left who are like, how dare you talk to Hitler? How dare you talk to Hitler McPedophile? You know, and if you characterize someone that way, of course, there are people like the nut who was at the dinner you just mentioned who are going to take that seriously. No, that happens on the other side too. Rhetoric does cause action, absolutely. But I mean, well, what was that like? I mean, you said you were a couple of feet away from.
Yeah, well, it's like, you know, when you were describing your experience on your show, like you've seen that meme from Leo, like me, like I was like, yeah, that's the thing, like gracious and measured, whatever that's a term used, that's his, you know, in a personal level, and it's a much dramatically different the public face compared to when you're there, and he, you know, we hung out for 75 minutes where I wondered if it was going to be 10 minutes, kind of like hi, bye, and whatever.
No, he gives the time.
Yeah, and
well,
and that's it
probably.
was.
Yeah. Well, another thing I keep saying is he's not home reading the briefing books. He's a people are saying guy. So be one of the people saying. It's the only way he gets information is through dialogue.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, that's just the truth. I'm not even putting him down, although a president should definitely read the briefing books, but that's the world we're living in. We're with one who doesn't. So, like, conform to that a little bit. It doesn't make you somehow unpure. It makes you practical and smart.